Well, hello, what's up? How you all doing? Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Hope you're doing great. Today, I'm bringing you the weapon tier list. Didn't do it for like 2 seasons, and I think it's time to do one. Some of you already asked for it, and here I am, ready to do so. Now, this is the weapon tier list. Let's see how it goes. We're gonna start with the spear. Spear, gonna put it B. It's been buffed, and it is pretty okay if you use the horse. However, because it's heavy armor meta, it is shield meta units where it's big blob fights, you don't really stay much to the front line with this class. You know, so, and it's not its meta. I think if it was its meta, probably could be a little bit higher, but spear at the moment just average. Musket, a good range class. Well, an average range class. It has a nice new rune. This class right here, it's good to kill mostly range units, just to be annoying. Poking, throwing bombs, that's what it's used for. Range classes at the moment are not that great, so I don't really recommend them, but Musket is probably the best choice from them. So, if you wanna go for it, have fun. Don't really recommend range classes though, remember that. Shortbow C. This is a hero killer. This shortbow right here is supposed to kill other classes. However, it's not that great, and you need full purple set. And a lot of people don't have full purple set, so it's not that impressive. Without the purple set, I don't think it's that good. But it's a hero killer, that's what it's supposed to do. Longbow, C. Longbow usually I put it D because it's one of the weakest classes into the game. However, I'm gonna put it C this time because it got a little bit buffed. And I did so some people, not many people play long range classes, don't get me wrong. They're not really that good at the moment. But it's been doing a bit decent. Like the damage wise been a bit increased. I don't know, I saw some people kinda doing a lot of damage to heroes, you know? So it's not the worst, but still not recommended. It's not that great, you just usually use it only to snipe range units, and I think Musket does a better job on that, so yeah. Pike. Pike as a class, it's a very good duel class. It is very difficult to play, but it's actually pretty strong. However, because of the shield meta where there is big blob fights, this class doesn't benefit so much. You know, you have to stay to the front line. Tank the units, do damage to units, CC. This class doesn't really do that, per se. It's really good against other heroes though, it's really powerful, but it is, man. Remember, this is more of a tier list for Europe and A. For Asia, things may change. I do not know. Chain Dart. Chain Dart is one of the best 1v1 classes in the game, because it's a very obnoxious type of class. However, because of the shield meta, big blob fights meta, you're not that useful anymore. And for some reason, the goddamn rune that sees the enemy heroes, it's kinda bugged, and I don't think they fixed that yet. So I don't know. It used to be good, but I don't think it's its meta anymore. However, it's still one of the best 1v1 classes in the game. So I'm gonna put it at low A, high B, something like that. Now, for people that skip this and don't learn to my explanation, that's your problem. Nodachi, put it A, good class. In yellow era, a bit struggles because yellow units are very strong, but because there is this rune that gives you 20% defense against units, I think Nodachi is pretty good because it stays to the front line. And if you use the passive good, Nodachi is actually pretty nice. Just remember, you get CC'd once, you're probably dead. You're not that tanky, you know, you're just all about that beautiful healing. So, be aware of that. Not a bad class to start with, but, you know, after can be a bit more complicated. Dual Blades used to be S tier. It's still a very strong assassin class. It has a great ultimate, a nice bomb, nice shurikens, but I think because of the meta, and it didn't really get a new rune. I mean, it did get a new rune, but not so great of a rune. So, I think Dual Blades deserves a little bit less. It still does good damage to units, because you have a rune of 15% bonus damage to units. You can poke with shurikens, you do some good damage, slow, poison, really beautiful. And in PvP it does pretty well too, but it's not really its meta per se, because there's big blob fights, you know? However, the class is still good. It's still really good, just not S tier anymore. I don't think it deserves S tier. Glaive A. I think Glaive is actually pretty underrated. It has A lot of people go full strength with it, and they do so much goddamn damage, it's actually crazy. Plus, it's pretty tanky, you can stay at the front line, and you have a nice buff. 15% bonus damage to your units. Beautiful. I think that at the moment, classes that can buff units are very powerful, because it's big blob fights, you get a lot of battle points, and that works. That really works. Poleaxe. Now Poleaxe, I'm gonna make it quick, but I need to make an explanation. Poleaxe, it's either B tier or A tier or S tier. Poleaxe, it's that type of weapon where if you start with it, you're not gonna feel its strength so much because you don't have the purple set. But once you get the purple set, which is the end game gear for every single class, Poleaxe feels almost too powerful. Because you have a lot of CC, you have great defense, and you are immune to CC. However, if you don't have the purple set, you're kinda weaker. I'm gonna put it S though, because I think Poleaxe is worth going for. The purple set, one of the best classes that benefits from the purple set is the Poleaxe class. And I think it's very needed. You have a great ultimate that CCs everyone into your path when you hit them. You are immune to CC when you do it, so people can't really CC you. You are extremely tanky and your damage is very, very high. However, not many people love the class because it's pretty clunky. But the class is so obnoxious to deal with. So I'm saying this. If you're a new player, I wouldn't recommend the Poleaxe class. However, if you wanna go for full purple set eventually, then Poleaxe is a very good choice. This is one of the best classes in the game. And there is no doubt about it. There is no... You can't argue with this. I think Poleaxe is very, very strong once you get a purple set. It's very obnoxious to deal with. It's very good. It's very good. Just remember, if you don't have the purple set, it's lower. If you have the full purple set, Poleaxe, it's very powerful. Okay? Every class benefits from the purple set, don't get me wrong, it's the end game gear. But Poleaxe benefits the most. Like literally the most. Short sword A. Short sword is a very extreme average class. I will put it B all day long. However, it got this new rune where you use Ironside Doctrine, where you're almost immortal for those 8-9 seconds. And now you get bonus defense for your units. And you give 30% defense to your units. You can see the difference. So because the short sword got the new rune, I'm gonna put it A. I don't think it's S, but A deserves it. The class is very average. It's not really that powerful. You're just a tanky class that you're just annoying to the front line as much as you can. But because of the new 30% defense to your units rune, it feels wonderful. Believe me, having Spartans with 30% defense, Phalanx with 30% defense, Iron Reapers with 30% defense, it feels awesome. You get so much more value. Believe me, it works. And it does God's work. So, just because of the rune, I'm gonna put it A. If the rune is gone, it's gonna be back to B. So, for the moment, short sword, A tier, deserves it. Long sword, A tier, too. Long sword, it has healing. You heal yourself. You're really tanky when you heal yourself. You're really hard to kill. And the beauty of this class right here is that you do some defense to your units. You don't give 20% defense to your units. No, you give 8%. There is a rune where when you heal your allies, they do get 8% defense stats. Not like short sword, but long sword actually heals a little bit. So it's still a good class. As I said, classes that can buff units at the moment feels really nice. And long sword is one of them. It's not that tanky as short sword, obviously. You die a bit easier, but the healing is awesome. And in big blob fights, that healing, it's pretty good. It's really pretty good. Maul, I'm gonna put it B. Some people will hate me for this, but the reason I'm putting B Maul is because it's extremely clunky. You know, Glaive, at least you have a 15% buff, you have a great ultimate, you do massive damage. Maul does good damage if you go full strength and everything. And it feels really nice to play. But it's so goddamn clunky. Like, it's so clunky. Damage wise and CC wise, it's not bad. But it's just too clunky. The CDR is very long, so meh. You do a combo, then you probably just have to auto attack for a long time. So I don't really like that. I think Maul is weaker, and I put it B tier. For the purpose of being clunky and having tons of CDR on skills. That's the problem that I have. So meh, I'm just gonna put it B. It's still good though, give it a shot if you want to. And of course, Spear and Shield, this is the best class in the game. No doubt about it, even better than Poleaxe in my opinion. It's just too powerful. The kick, low CDR, you kick units away, you kick heroes away, you block almost everything, and damage wise is pretty good. So the Spartan class, that's why I call it, the Spartan class. It's very powerful. It's the best class in the game, definitely recommend to go for it. If you wanna have one of the strongest class, obviously. Anyway, this is the tier list, hope you like it. If you don't, that's fine. If you think that this is wrong, please create your own tier list. I will post it on my YouTube if you want to, and we'll let people judge. Anyway, hope it helps. With that being said, wish you a lovely day, and I see you guys in the next one.